it shouldn't be this difficult of a process. So yeah, we wait the conciliator's report. That can guide future negotiations, but we don't have to wait until that report comes out. Teachers are ready to come to an agreement. But as I said, we need to see government start to address some of the significant challenges that teachers and students are facing in classrooms now. And if they're not willing to, really, they're forcing teachers to apply additional pressure. And we can see that in a variety of different ways. Teachers have approved sanctions with our 95% approval that we had announced back in October. But this is not a route that teachers want to take. Really, we are providing government with as many opportunities as possible to come and truly engage in negotiations before in trying to avoid any further disruption to our education system. But like I said, they're really forcing us down this path. So it could be withdrawal of voluntary services, it could be a work to rule, it could be a full strike or withdrawal of professional services. And then those things can happen on a province-wide scale, or they can happen on a rotating scale as well. So there's a variety of different actions that could be taken, and the implementation of those actions could also be different across the province too. We want to see more professional supports for our students. We want to see smaller class sizes. We want to see classes with fewer curriculum being taught, so fewer split grade classes. We've brought forward many different mechanisms that this could be accomplished, and yet they refuse to truly engage in any meaningful negotiation process around those issues. Last time we had job action was actually in our last round of provincial collective bargaining. We imposed a withdrawal of voluntary services, or a work to rule actually, but then we ran into the COVID-19 pandemic where schools shut down. And so those two things blended together, and I know it's a part of our lives where I think most people want to block it out. So it is actually pretty recently. And looking back in the history of negotiations with Saskatchewan teachers, there has actually not been any negotiations that have been resolved without going to a conciliation process. Not necessarily job action, but back all the way to, I think it was 1996, when we looked through the history of negotiations. There was only one round that didn't require some sort of dispute resolution.